streets and silent footsteps, stories waiting to unfold. Branches dreaming of the blossoms, soft clouds drifting through the blue. Spring is still a little distant, but my thoughts return to you. The wind is cold tonight, but somehow I feel alright. Maybe it isn't spring, maybe it's you in my mind. A heart that came before the cherry blossoms, looming softly in the air like a gentle breeze in early morning. You were already there before the petals start to fall, before the skies turn pink. Love was already growing here earlier than we think. Streetlights glowing on the pavement, evening fading into gray. In the rhythm of the quiet, your name slowly finds its way through the music in my headphones, through the calm of passing time. Winter's ending, summer near us, and your heart is close to mine. The air feels warmer now, though spring has not arrived. Maybe love begins long before we realize. A heart that came before the cherry blossoms, blooming softly in the air like the sunlight through the branches. You were always there before the petals start to fall, before the world can see. Love was already waking up between the spring and me. No petals on the trees yet, no pink across the sky, but something in the silence feels like spring is passing by. Maybe every season starts inside a quiet heart, and maybe love like ours was blooming from the start. A heart that came before the cherry blossom, shining softly in the spring like a dream that slowly opens. You became everything before the flowers filled the streets, before the world could see. Love was already blooming here between the spring and me. Between the spring and me. Winter light upon the window, slowly turning into cold. Quiet streets and silent footsteps, stories waiting to be told. Bare branches reach the morning sky, clouds drift softly through the blue. Spring is still a little distant, but my thoughts return to you. The wind is cold tonight, but something feels so warm. Maybe it isn't spring, maybe it's you all along. Us before the spring arrives. turn it gray. In the rhythm of the silence, your name softly finds its way through the music in my headphones, through the calm of passing time. Winter's ending somewhere near us, and your heart is close to mine. The air feels warmer now, though spring has not begun. Maybe love appears before the flowers come. Us before the spring arrives, two hearts in the quiet air, like a gentle morning sunlight. You were always there before the flowers start to bloom, before the world can see. Love was already waking up between the spring and me. No petals on the branches, no pink across the sky, but something in the silence feels like spring is passing by. Maybe every season starts inside the heart. Maybe love like ours was blooming from the start. Us before the spring arrives, hearts shining soft and bright, like a dream that slowly opens. You became my light before the flowers filled the streets, before the world could see. Love was already blooming here, just between you and me. Just between you and me. Just between you and me. Her chance. Morning light upon the window, winter slowly fades away. Quiet streets and empty corners hold the words I couldn't say. Bare branches in the sunlight, waiting for a touch of spring. In the silence of this moment, your name is everything. The air is cold tonight, but my heart feels new. Maybe it's the coming spring, or maybe it's just you. Before the flowers bloom, I'm whispering the truth. Love was already growing every time I looked at you. Before the petals fall, before the skies turn blue, my heart was softly learning how to fall for you. Streetlights glow on quiet pavement, evening paints the sky in gray. Every step I take beside you feels like spring is on its way. Through the music in the distance, through the calm of passing days, all the words I kept inside me slowly find their way. The winter's almost through. Maybe love was always leading me to you. Before the flowers bloom, I'm finally telling you flowers on the branches, no color in the trees, but something in this silence feels like spring to me. Maybe love begins long before we know, like a hidden seed of sunlight waiting just to grow. Before the flowers bloom, I'm giving you my heart. Love was already rising right from the start. Before the petals fall, before the springtime sky, my quiet little confession has finally learned to fly. Morning sunlight on the window. Winter slowly slips away. Empty streets begin to whisper soft beginnings of the day. Bare branches touch the blue sky. Clouds drift gently out of view. Every breeze across the city brings my thoughts home to you. The air is still a little cold, but something feels the same. Every quiet breeze I hear is softly calling your name. When the spring wind calls your name, before the flowers send an ending. Before the flowers paint the trees, before the skies turn blue, every little breath of spring leads my heart to you. When the spring wind calls your name, spring will come the pavement, but your voice is all I hear. Through the music of the city, through the calm of passing days, every wind across my shoulder carries whispers of your name. Breathe you. The breeze feels warmer now, like winter's finally through. Maybe every springtime wind was guiding me to you. When the spring wind calls your name, my heart begins to rise like sunlight spilling through the branches. Open in my eyes before the blossoms fill the air, before the world can see. Every breath of springtime light is bringing you to me. No flowers on the branches, no color in the sky, but something in the quiet wind feels like spring nearby. Maybe love begins in moments soft and small, like a breeze that gently whispers your name through it all. When the spring wind calls your name, my heart begins to fly like petals dancing in the daylight. Under April sky, before the blossoms fall like rain, before the world feels new, every gentle breath of spring still leads my heart to you. And so to 3, 4 Soft pink petals in the morning, falling gently on the street. Sunlight through the quiet branches, painting shadows at my feet. Every step along this pathway feels like something I once knew. At the end of all these blossoms, I imagine finding you. The spring wind whispers low, like a promise in the air. Every drifting petal says you are waiting somewhere. At the end of the cherry blossom road, you're standing in the light. Petals falling all around you in the soft spring sky. Before the moment fades away, before the petals fly, I'm walking through this blooming path just to meet your eyes. Afternoon begins to shimmer, silver clouds above the trees. Every breeze across the blossoms carries quiet memories. Through the laughter in the distance, through the sunlight on the stone, every step is getting closer to the place you wait alone. The air is warm and light, like a dream coming true. Every little breath of spring is leading me to you. At the end of the cherry blossom road, you're waiting there for me. Petals drifting like a snowfall through the blooming trees. Before the sunlight fades away, before the day is through, every step along this road is bringing me to you. No words between the blossoms, no sound except the breeze, but every falling petal feels like destiny. Maybe love was always hidden in this view, waiting at the end of spring, where I finally see you. At the end of the cherry blossom road, our two shadows meet, petals dancing in the daylight, falling at our feet. Before the blossoms fade away, before the spring is due, standing there with you. Soft ink petals in the morning, falling gently on the street. Sunlight through the quiet branches, painting shadows at my feet. Every step along this pathway feels like something I once knew. At the end of all these blossoms, I imagine finding you. The spring wind whispers low, like a promise in the air. Every drifting petal says you are waiting somewhere. At the end of a cherry blossom road, you're standing in the light, petals falling all around you in the soft spring sky. Before the moment fades away, before the kettles fly, just to meet your eyes. Quiet streets are slowly waking, soft beginnings start to show. Bare branches hold the sunlight, clouds drift gently overhead. In the silence of the morning, your name lingers in my head. The air is cold but bright, something's changing in the breeze. Maybe it's the coming spring or the way you look at me. Love comes like springtime, soft and quietly, like the sunlight through the branches, waking up the trees before the flowers open, before the skies turn blue. Love was slowly blooming every time I looked at you. Streetlights fade into the daylight, footsteps echo on the stone. Every passing breeze around me feels less lonely than before. Through the music of the city, through the calm of passing days, every little sign of spring leads my heart into your gaze. The breeze is warmer now, like winter's almost gone. Maybe love was growing here all along. Love comes like springtime, gentle in the air, like a field of waking flowers blooming everywhere. Before the petals fall, before the day feels new, love was already rising every time I saw you. Blossoms on the branches, no color in the sky, but something in the quiet wind feels like spring nearby. Maybe love begins long before we know, like a hidden seed of sunlight, waiting just to grow. Love comes like springtime, bright and suddenly, like petals dancing in the sunlight, falling endlessly. Before the world awakens, before the sky turns blue, love was always waiting just to lead me back to you. Winter light along the window, slowly turning soft and gold. Quiet streets begin to brighten, stories waiting to be told. Bare branches touch the morning, clouds drift gently through the blue. Before spring paints all the gardens, my heart was finding you. The air is still a little cold, but something feels brand new. Maybe spring is coming soon, or maybe it's just you. Love before the flowers bloom, soft and quietly, like the sunlight through the branches, waking up the trees. Before the petals touch the wind, before the skies turn blue, love had already started every time I looked at you. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. music of the daylight through the calm of passing days. Every little sign of spring leads my heart into your gaze. The wind feels warmer now, like winter's almost through. Maybe love was always leading me to you. Love before the flowers bloom, gentle in the air, like a field of waking blossoms growing everywhere. Before the petals fall like rain, before the day feels new, love was already shining every time I saw you. No blossoms on the branches, no colors in the sky, but something in the quiet wind feels like spring nearby. Maybe love begins long before we know, like a hidden seed of sunlight waiting just to grow. Love before the flowers bloom, bright and suddenly, like petals dancing in the sunlight, falling endlessly. Before the world awakens, before the skies turn blue, love was always waiting just to lead me back to you. To horizontal through the window, softly warm winter air. Quiet streets begin to shimmer with a glow that wasn't there. Bare branches touch the daylight, clouds drift slowly out of view. Gentle light of springtime, every thought returns to you. The breeze is still a little cold, but something feels so right. Maybe it's the coming spring or you in the spring light. You in the spring light. Streetlights fading into morning, footsteps echo down the road. Every breeze across the city carries feelings I once hid. Through the music of the daylight, through the calm of passing days, every little breath of spring leads my heart into your gaze. The wind feels warmer now, like winter's finally through. Maybe every sign of spring was leading me to you. the springlight. But something in the quiet wind feels like spring nearby. Maybe love begins long before we see, like a ray of hidden sunlight waiting patiently. You in the springlight, bright and suddenly like petals dancing in the sunlight, falling endlessly. Soft pink petals in the morning, drifting slowly through the air. Sunlight falling through the branches, pain and shadows everywhere. Quiet footsteps down the pathway. Spring is whispering your name. Standing here beneath the blossoms, nothing feels the same. The wind is warm and slow, like a promise in the sky. Every falling petal feels like the moment passing by. Beneath the cherry blossoms, there are words I couldn't say, floating softly in the springtime, drifting slowly far away. Before the petals touch the ground, before the sky turns blue, every quiet thought of mine is slowly reaching you. Afternoon begins to shimmer, silver clouds above the trees. Every breeze across the blossoms carries hidden memories. Through the laughter in the distance, through the sunlight on the stone, all the words I kept inside me feel less lonely on their own. The wind feels warmer now, like spring is finally here. Maybe love was always waiting somewhere near. Beneath the cherry blossoms, there are words I long to say. Petals falling all around us in the quiet light of day. Before the blossoms fade away, before the seasons through, every silent heartbeat is slowly calling you. No voices in the blossoms, only petals in the air. But something in this moment feels like love is everywhere. Maybe words are needed for hearts to understand, like spring across the silent land. Beneath the cherry blossoms, all the words I couldn't say bloom like flowers in the sunlight, shining in their quiet way. Before the petals fade like rain, before the spring is through, all the words I kept inside were always meant for you. Morning light along the window, winter slowly fades away. Quiet streets begin to shimmer. Quiet streets begin to shimmer with the promise of a day. Bare branches touch the blue sky. Soft clouds drifting out of view. Every gentle breath of springtime brings my thoughts back home to you. The air is cold but bright, something feels brand new. Maybe it's the coming spring or memories of you. When spring comes, I think of you again, like soft fold in the breeze, softly falling through the sunlight, dancing through the trees. For the flowers open wide, the last spring near Streetlights fading into moonlit footsteps echo on the road. Maybe days for breeze around me, carries feelings how it rolled. Feel the music of the daylight, feel the calm of passing days. Every quiet hint of spring leads my heart into your gaze. The wind feels warmer now, like winter's almost through. Maybe every springtime breeze was guiding me to you. When spring comes, I think of you again, like blossoms in the air. Petals drifting all around me, yeah. Everywhere I stare, before the sunlight fades away, before the day feels new. Every gentle breath of spring still reminds me of you. No blossoms on the branches, no colors in the sky, but something in the quiet wind feels like spring nearby. Maybe love returns when seasons start anew, like memories that bloom again each time I think of you. When spring comes, I think of you again, bright and suddenly, like petals dancing in the sunlight, fall endlessly before the world awakens, before the skies turn blue. Every blooming sign of spring still brings me back to you. Did I tell you today? Did I tell you today? What they didn't colors, white spring street, cherry blossoms falling at our feet. You're talking like it's any other day, but my heart keeps drifting far away. Sunlight dancing softly in your hair. I try to act like I don't care, but every step I take with you feels like a dream coming true. Maybe I should say it now before this moment fades. Somehow my heart is louder than before, but I don't know what you're waiting for. Should I tell you today? I keep these words away. Every step beside you makes my heart betray. If I say your name, will everything change, or will this spring day just stay the same? Should I tell you today? We stuck beneath the blooming trees, petals falling in the breeze. You smile and look into my eyes, and time just quietly passes by. Your hand almost touching mine, like two stars about to align. Every second feels so bright, but I'm so scared to cross the line. Maybe this is fine, we hit the moment I won't forget. The words are trembling on my lips, the courage slowly slips. Should I tell you today before this feeling fades? Standing in the sunlight where my shadow stays. If I say the truth, will you stay with me, or will the spring wind carry you from me? The petals fall like silent signs. Maybe love is just good timing. One small word could change it all, or leave my heart still climbing. So I'll tell you today before the spring is gone. Every step beside you feels like where I belong. If you take my hand, maybe we will see that this quiet spring day is where we're meant to be. That this quiet spring day is where we're meant to be. We're walking down the cherry blossom road, petals falling softly in the glow. You're laughing like it's just another day, but my heart keeps giving me away. Spring wind dancing slowly through your hair. Every little moment feels so rare. If I wait too long, this chance may go like petals drifting in the flow. My heart keeps getting louder now, like it already knows somehow this quiet spring is this is finally the time when silence crosses the line. The spring breeze keeps whispering that love is closer than it seems. Before the cherry blossom fall, before the pink sky fades to dawn, I wanna say the words I hide. Before this chance is gone tonight, if these petals fly away, I don't wanna lose this day. So before the blossoms fall, let my heart say it all. Maybe love is just like spring, beautiful but fragile things. One small word could change it all. Before the blossoms start to fall, before the cherry blossoms fall, before the spring forgets us all, I finally say what's in my heart. Before this moment falls apart, if you take my trembling hand, maybe you will understand that before the blossoms fall, I was already yours. You smile, drift away. You talk like it's nothing at all, but my heart, you laugh in the warm sunlight. Everything suddenly feels so bright, but you don't see see when you're standing next to me. You're close enough to touch, but still so far from me, like spring just out of me. You don't know my spring, into first immersion, no past, in the little moment with you. You don't know my spring, gentle first immersion, no past. You talk about your dreams while mine stay in between. Your shadow next to mine feels like a fragile line. One step could change it all, but I'm too scared to fall. You're right here beside me, still worlds away. Like sunshine through the clouds, I can't quite reach today. You don't know my spring, you don't feel this thing. Every quiet heartbeat calls your name softly. You don't see this love blooming secretly in a season only I can feel. You don't know my spring, you don't know my spring. Maybe love like this is meant to stay unseen. Like flowers in the wind that only bloom for me. You don't know my spring, you don't hear it sing, but every little moment means everything. Even if you never know what you are to me, you're the quiet spring. snow, a face I thought I'd never see from seasons long ago. You smiled like nothing really changed, but time was written in your eyes. 1,000 memories returned like spring across the sky. We talk like strangers now, but something feels the same. The silence in between still whispers out your ear. We meet again in spring, like nothing ever ended. Your voice still feels like home, even after all the distance. Maybe love remains somewhere deep within, like flowers waiting quietly to bloom again in spring. We walk the road we used to know, the one beside the blooming trees. Petals drifting through the air like echoes in the breeze. You laugh and look away again the way you did back then. And suddenly the years between disappear for just a moment. Your hand is close to mine, but neither of us move. The words we loved unsaid, still waiting in the road. We meet again in spring, where old memories remain. Your smile still warms the air, like sunlight after rain. Maybe love still lives somewhere deep within, like flowers waking slowly when we meet again in spring. We meet again in spring, where everything begins. Your eyes still feel like home, even after all the distance. If love is still alive somewhere deep within, maybe we were meant to bloom again in spring. Walk along this quiet spring road, cherry blossom drifting slow. Nothing special today, it's right out of my top. You talk about the little things, clouds and birds and passing dreams, but somehow every step we take feels brighter than yesterday. Your hand is close to mine, just a breath away. I've been through the thing when I'm afraid to float. A chance to close out of a place I wish you could reach it. How could we use in everything you do? Take all this depth, surface, for whatever is the way I think. and small, like walking side by side. Not a storm, not fireworks, just hearts that slowly align. This is the reason I walk with you. This is the reason I walk with you. Through sunlight and through proof. Every step becomes a memory in this quiet afternoon. Dawn's a different day. Tomorrow feels the same. There's nothing left to prove. Spring will always find a day when I walk with you. We've been walking side by side, talking through 1,000 nights. Nothing ever felt too new. You were just a friend I knew. Laughing under city lights, sharing dreams and passing time. Something changed along the way on this quiet spring day. Cherry blossoms start to fall. You're still the same and all, but the way you say my name doesn't feel the same. Summer dancing in your head, or suddenly outside between our hands with space. There's something closer to your shoulder next to mine. Feels closer than before, like the world is slowly opening. You look different this spring. Something's in the air. Every quiet heartbeat finds you standing there. We were only friends, now everything feels similar. Well, just turn and show me you. Maybe love begins like this. Not a spark, but just a shift. A quiet moment suddenly turning into something deep. You look different this spring, and now I understand why my heart keeps racing every time you take my hand. Maybe all this time love was quietly waiting for this simple spring day to begin. I saw you in Springlight, over surrounded by a white byway. A quiet street, gentle day, then suddenly you came my way. Your hair was glowing in the light, like morning after winter nights. Something in the air just knew my world was changing because feeling growing in my chest like the quiet start of spring, becoming something endless. The moment I saw you in Springlight, everything started to bloom. Even the silent daylight was singing a new tune. The moment you smiled at me, my heart already knew. Maybe love begins like this. The moment I saw you. Maybe love arrived so small, just a glance, that's all. Like sunlight on a quiet street, turning everything to gold. The moment I saw you in Springlight, my whole world felt brand new. Every flower and every breeze was whispering about you. Maybe love begins this way, simple and so true. On that quiet spring day, the moment I saw you. Heavy rain, every spring I love you. Skin is over you. Heavy flip, heady night, the curse of fall way they used to do. Seasons turning quietly like pages in a book. But every time the spring returns, I remember how you look. Years keep passing by, but some things never change. Like the way my heart still whispers out your name. Every spring I love you, so still waiting for. Every flower blooming knocks upon my door. Every spring I find the same old truth again. No matter where life goes, my heart, come spring I love you. It's true, spring I love you. Come spring I love you. It's spring I love you. Walking down the cherry road, never curious to where this love could go. He belongs listen, heavy surfing when I walk. Sunlight through the branches feels the way it always did. Like the world remembers all the love we never hid. Time may move along, but feelings softly stay. Like the quiet start of spring, returning every day. Every spring I love you like the first time once again. Every breeze reminds me where this love began. Every year I see the same sky turning blue. And every single spring my heart still turns to you. Maybe love is something slow, like flowers taking time to grow. Not a spark that fades away, but a light that softly stays. Let it stay, just every spring I love you like the seasons always do. Every bloom reminds me of the way I felt for you. Every year I learn some loves never end, because my heart begins again with you. Each spring the spell of you. clouds in the morning, drifting slowly through the air. Sunlight falling through the branches, pain and shadows everywhere. Quiet footsteps down the pathway. Spring is whispering your name. Standing here beneath the blossoms, nothing feels the same. The wind is warm and slow, like a promise in the sky. Every falling petal feels like the moment passing by. Beneath the cherry blossoms there are words I couldn't say, floating softly in the springtime, drifting slowly far away. Before the petals touch the ground, before the sky turns blue, every quiet thought of mine is slowly reaching you. Afternoon begins to shimmer, silver clouds above the trees. Every breeze across the blossoms carries hidden memories. Through the laughter in the distance, through the sunlight on the stone, all the words I kept inside me feel less lonely on their own. The wind feels warmer now, like spring is finally here. Maybe love was always waiting somewhere near. Beneath the cherry blossoms there are words I long to say, petals falling all around us in the quiet light of day. Before the blossoms fade away, before the season's through, every silent heartbeat is slowly calling you. No voices in the blossoms, only petals in the air, but something in this moment feels like love is everywhere. Maybe words are needed for hearts to understand, like spring that softly blooms across the silent land. Beneath the cherry blossoms, all the words I couldn't say bloom like flowers in the sunlight, shining in their quiet way.